world of entertainment bids farewell to one of its brightest stars, Mitzi Gaynor. At 93, she leaves behind a legacy that has inspired generations. Known for her unforgettable role in the 1958 classic South Pacific, Mitzi's brilliance on screen captivated audiences worldwide. Her incredible talent shone alongside the industry's greatest names, Bing Crosby, Frank Sinatra, Gene Kelly, marking her place in history as a true icon of musical cinema. But her magic wasn't confined to the silver screen. Over a career spanning 8 decades, Mitzi graced television specials and live stages with performances that showcased her artistry, elegance, and charm. Recognized by many, her accomplishments include numerous awards and accolades, like the Golden Globe nomination for South Pacific, forever immortalizing her contributions to the world of entertainment. Mitzi Gaynor's impact is etched into the hearts of fans, and her legacy will continue to dazzle and inspire performers and audiences alike for years to come.
So you've brought us a true entertainment legend for today's deep dive, Mitzi Gaynor. We've got a stack of articles here, many reflecting on her incredible 8-decade career in light of her recent passing. What was it about her story that stood out to you?
Honestly, it's the sheer breadth of her career,
Yeah.
It's just incredible to me. This wasn't just a flash of Hollywood fame.
Oh.
Mitzi Gaynor's star power, it translated from those Technicolor musicals to television specials to a stage career that spanned like decades.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, what was that through line? What's the common thread that connects it all?
Okay, yeah, what is it? Let's unpack this incredible journey, starting right at the beginning. And what a beginning it is. Born Francesca Marlene di Sagni von Gerber.
Her family was steeped in music, her mother a dancer, her stepfather a violinist. This wasn't some far-off Hollywood dream. It was woven into, her upbringing.
And then you've got that story about her dance teacher predicting at age 11 that she'd be a Hollywood star. Talk about foreshadowing.
I know.
Soon enough, young Francesca, now Mitzi, finds herself transplanted from Detroit to the heart of the entertainment industry, Los Angeles.
And that's where I think that strong work ethic that everyone associates with her really takes root,
Yeah.
Think about it. Hollywood in the late 1940s, early 50s, it was a competitive, high-pressure environment. Talent was everywhere.
Right.
But Gaynor had this drive, fueled by her family's support and her own innate passion for performing,
You can really see that energy in those early films. My Blue Heaven in 1950, quickly followed by Take Care of My Little Girl and her breakout role in Golden Girl, both in 51. That's a whirlwind rise to fame, even by Hollywood standards. Was she just that good, that fast?
Timing played a part, no doubt about it. This was the golden age of movie musicals. Audiences craved escapism, and those lavish productions delivered. But Gaynor, she brought something special to the table. Incredible comedic timing, a natural vibrancy that just jumped off the screen. And she was a triple threat. Singing, dancing, acting, all at a high level.
And let's not forget her turn in There's No Business Like Show Business in 1954. Sharing the screen with legends like Ethel Merman and Marilyn Monroe, what a masterclass in performance that must have been.
It really does. It speaks volumes about her talent. To hold your own amongst those icons so early in your career, that's remarkable. And this is a small detail, but telling.
Yeah.
She forged genuine friendships with both Merman and Monroe.
Yeah.
Gaynor's work ethic was undeniable, but it clearly wasn't at the expense of her character.
All of this builds up to what is arguably her most iconic role, Nellie Forbush in South Pacific.
A film that wasn't just a hit, it was a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah.
When it premiered in 1958, it became the highest-grossing movie of the year.
And to think, she almost missed out on the role. We've read Elizabeth Taylor, Doris Day, even Audrey Hepburn were considered.
Oh, wow, yeah.
But Gaynor, she was the one who went the extra mile.
Literally. The story goes that while other actresses balked at a full audition, Gaynor dove right in, showcasing her singing, dancing, and acting chops. She understood that talent alone wasn't enough. You had to be willing to fight for the opportunity to showcase it.
And showcase it she did. Those musical numbers in South Pacific are legendary. Try listening to I'm in Love with a Wonderful Guy or I'm going to wash that man right off my hair without breaking into a smile.
It's impossible. And what makes those performances so captivating, even decades later, is that perfect storm of talent and dedication. The vocal power is undeniable, the choreography is pure joy, but it's her acting that sells it. You believe in Nellie's spirit because Gaynor embodies it so fully.
And it's that dedication that kind of takes us to the next chapter of her career. And it's a big one. Instead of just coasting on the success of South Pacific, Gaynor takes on a whole new world, television.
A world, by the way, that was very different from filmmaking at the time.
Oh, absolutely.
This was live performance, often with multiple cameras, demanding a certain spontaneity and connection with the audience that film, with its retakes and editing, didn't require in the same way.
Yet she made it look effortless. Those Emmy-winning television specials from the 60s and 70s, those weren't just your average variety shows, right?
Absolutely not. We're talking elaborate production numbers, costume changes on a dime, intricate choreography designed for the television camera.
Yeah.
It was a new art form.
Yeah.
And Gaynor was at the forefront, pushing the boundaries of what television could be.
And she was winning awards left and right. 6 Emmys for those specials. There's that famous story about her insistence on wearing 4-inch heels, even during rehearsals, for those television appearances.
And it's easy to misunderstand that choice, to attribute it to vanity.
Yeah.
But for Gaynor, it was always about the art form, the visual impact. Those heels weren't just shoes, they were an extension of her dance technique, elongating her lines, adding a certain dynamism to her movement that translated beautifully on screen.
It's fascinating to think about how she approached those technical details, even in a medium that was still finding its footing. Speaking of pushing boundaries, Gaynor's career wasn't confined to the screen. We haven't even touched on her 5-decade run on stage.
And what a run it was. From early collaborations with costume designer Bob Mackie, who would later become a legend in his own right, to headlining shows in Las Vegas and touring the world, she brought that same energy and precision to the stage.
And that collaboration with Maggie, that's a key element, isn't it? You've got these two creative forces coming together, one building the performance, the other building the visual world that surrounds it.
Absolutely. That synergy between performer and designer is crucial in stagecraft. Think about those costumes. The feathers, the sequins, the sheer theatricality of it all. They weren't just adornment. They were part of the storytelling, amplifying Gaynor's movements, reflecting the mood and tone of each number.
And she seemed to thrive on that connection with a live audience. There's that great quote where she said going on tour was how she got her rest. Can you imagine?
Right. It really gets at the heart of who she was as a performer. This wasn't just a job. It was her lifeblood. That energy from the audience fueled her. It was demanding, yes, but it was also exhilarating. A way to connect, to share her joy, her talent with the world.
And what's remarkable, is that through those decades on stage and screen, she had this remarkably enduring offstage love story. Her marriage to Jack Bean lasted over 50 years. He became her manager.
It's a Hollywood ending that feels anything but cliche, right?
Right.
They met at the Chateau Marmont. How's that for a touch of old Hollywood glamour? And build a partnership that went beyond the professional.
It seems like they were very private, though. Content to entertain friends at their Beverly Hills home, rather than constantly chasing the spotlight as a couple.
Which again speaks to their commitment to defining success on their own terms. In a world obsessed with image, they prioritize their bond, their shared history. That says a lot about Gaynor's character, about the things she truly valued.
It's inspiring, honestly, this incredible career, this enduring love. And through it all, she never seemed to lose that spark, that joy in performing.
That's the thing about Mitzi Gaynor. It was never just about the fame or the accolades, though she certainly achieved both. It was about that connection with an audience, that ability to transport people, with a song, a dance, a well-timed joke.
To borrow a phrase from one of her TV specials, she truly was razzle-dazzled. But more than that, she was a pro's pro. The work ethic, the dedication to her craft, the way she embraced new mediums and challenges.
It's a masterclass in adaptability, isn't it?
Yeah.
She never allowed herself to be confined by what people expected.
Yeah.
Movie star, television pioneer, stage legend. She was all of those things and always on her own terms.
And that's a powerful lesson to take away from her story, even today, I think. We're living in a time where the entertainment landscape is constantly shifting, yet the core values that drove Gaynor's success, that dedication, that willingness to evolve those, are timeless. What do you think? What else can we learn from her approach to both her career and her personal life? That's something for our listeners to think about. We've got to leave it there. But this has been a fascinating look at the life and career of a true entertainment icon.
Absolutely.
Mitzi Gaynor, everybody.